Great news. Peter Obi have done it again. Obi for a reason. Kai. So Peter Obi talk say that we should deal with corrupt, aggressive leaders. That any politician that stole money should be stoned to death. Bye bye. Let me read the full detail. They say, we deal with corruption aggressively. P2B calls for death sentence, life imprisonment as punishment for corrupt politicians. For me, I think I love this. Someone is confident enough to say this. Remember, before Ghana became the way it is at the moment, Ghana killed both their past and present politicians before they have peace and have a better country in Ghana. All these people that is making noise, do you really think that APC or Soludo had any evidence against P2B? They don't have any evidence. They wouldn't have brought it out by now to destroy his reputation if at all they have evidence. He even openly challenged anyone with proof of his corruption. Bring it forward. Till today, wetin we dey have for social media na cho from all these people. I mean, we could have hear wetin people dey talk concerning this. As Obi say, make dem knack any politician wey be say dey thief money, and try make dem give dem death sen ten ce. Wetin una think for this kind thing? I mean, make una watch other people's opinion. People dey react woto because of this. As e dey sweet, even bury that man, give am woto to Tinubu because of Tinubu statement back when he never even win, because when he never even be the president of Nigeria. E get wetin Tinubu talk. So now, as e dey government now, security dey nonsense for Nigeria. People dey die because of the way Nigeria be now. Again, be say, do Nigeria still have government under Tinubu's leadership? Is a hell no. I think my people making a watch the rest of the video. Feel free to drop your opinion in the comment section. But it is sweet me to for this kind is where I see where Peter Obi talk or more is sweet me for body.
Breaking news: Peter Obi seeks for capital punishment for all the corrupt leaders in Nigeria. For those of you who don't understand the meaning of capital punishment, na kpayin sentence. Buying sentence. P2B advocates say that all the corrupt leaders, in fact, all the leaders who was found guilty of corruption, bribery, and fraud, stealing, should be fined. Yes, should face buying sentence. And I think Nigeria also should support this move. If actually they want this country to be a one-party state. You guys know a few days ago, APC chairman Ganduje allegedly made a post hinting at one party state in Nigeria. And on the post he said that China also operates one party states. And look at China, the infrastructure, the development, that China is number one when it comes to technology because they are practicing one party state. And he also forgot that China prosecutes corrupt leaders. He didn't mention that China persecutes corrupt leaders. So, if we actually want to imitate China into one party state, they should also pass into law to prosecute all the corrupt leaders, right? Not the other way around, where the so-called one party state protects the corrupt leaders. Our opinion, though, what do you guys think?
All right, so this is a tweet from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2014. He said, "The festering Boko Haram attacks on the northeast and massacre of innocent citizens is concrete proof that Nigeria has no government." 2014, Tinubu was not the president. Obviously, the opposition was the president. Good luck, ability, Jonathan. God so kind, you are now the president. Now, this is what is happening to your soldiers.
Wala kana zama nan za zuwa kashe ka yau nan. Kwana ba za ka yi ba za a kashe ka. Kai na gaya ma da ce ko gonda nake kai ya yi sakanci ya ci farin fin da an karwata lifafa mu.
Masa kaga ɗakin ka ba.
So you see Nigerian soldiers crying like girls at the battlefront. That's an attack that happened few days ago, yeah. Boko Haram attacked them, scattered their camp, carried their motor, did everything to them. Can we now say that Tinubu regime has no government? Because he said that in Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's regime. You said that. So stop it. Put a stop to it. I want to believe that you said that time because Goodluck did there. You want pressure him to leave office. Finally, you don't do office now. Now they use soldiers, say they play politics. Boko Haram get fighter drone. Drone where get gun, they fight army. Boko Haram get fighter drone. Nigeria army no get. Using the armies to play politics. Using his innocent life to play politics. After all now, when I go buy weapon, they go make small money from buying weapon, from importing weapons to use to fight Boko Haram. So if they stop the war, how would they make money? Oh, come to think about it. They can't stop this war between Boko Haram because they need money to buy arms. And that's where they get their chua from. So they can never stop the war. Here's the question now. Imagine say Boko Haram of over how many years, they never fight them finish. They know where they did, they never finish them. Now imagine if we can't fight war against another country. We don't finish, oh. See how many years it take army to fight Boko Haram. We are done. Somebody say, but if you are fighting another country now, that other country they wear uniform, so we know who we are fighting against. But Boko Haram, they go on mufti, we don't know who we are fighting against. So if those people wear mufti, uncle, and don't forget, other African countries, they look like us. Other West Africa, they look like us. So what are you saying? No, just pray to God. Say another country no follow us fight for because we are done. Again. There's no government in Tinubu regime because he said that in 2014, meaning this government, they are not useful to us. And if a government is not useful to us, they are what? Use. It's a shame. It's a shame. May God help us, because now God and we did. Now our faith, they keep us, not with this government. Now our faith. If you rely on them, you're going to learn. And you will learn the hard way. So you better don't play. And Army, shout out to all the people where they don't lay their life. Shout out to all you guys. May God comfort you, and to the heroes where they don't fall. Rest in peace and God bless you. That's all I can say. It's so sad that you are giving your life for a country like this where the politicians don't care about the people, not just the money they just won't get. It's really sad. Peace and love, don't play.
When you see the sudden attacks on Peter Obi, for those living in the lower cadre of reasons why they hate Peter Obi, you will think it's because Peter Obi is an Igbo man. Far from it. That's one of the reasons, because Peter Obi is an Igbo man. But those who have that belief or that thought or that bias are the urchins, the people in the lower cadre of bias. The real people that don't want Peter Obi to become president are at the top. And those at the top dislike Peter Obi from becoming the president of this country, not because he's an Igbo man. And that because those at the top your politicians, your decision makers, your cabals, they love that Nigeria remains in this system because the system makes it possible that a few people in this country have access to stealing the commonwealth of this country. And they know that a Peter Obi as president will change this platform where everybody comes and grab, snatch, and runs away with it. You see, when I read comments on my Facebook and say my thread is an Igbo this thing, and they come gunslaying with their tribal mentality, I laugh at them because I am way beyond that. Sometimes I'm tempted to reply them, but I just try to scroll away. Truth here is this. The Nigerian factory is a big business. It's a big business. It's a big cash out cow, or it's a big cash cow that these politicians, they don't care about you. Have you asked? People are unaliving and nobody's talking about it. Your life don't mean anything to them. Even you that is shouting APC, Tinubu till 2031, Tinubu till blah, blah, blah. They don't care about you. While we are down here while we are down there in this ladder, fighting ourselves on the basis of primordial sentiments of religion and tribalism, your politicians are there taking billions. They have so much money that their children will never go hungry. Your children will go to meet their children and beg them for money. You are here fighting tribalism. You are here fighting religion. It's so funny. It will take the grace of God for you to have this type of understanding that I have, so that when next you are making your decision, when next you are going to the polling unit, you will know that those that claim to be fighting for Islam, they don't care about your Islam. They only talk about Islam when they come to the village, when they come to your communities, and they say, when indeed they are in Abuja, the number of prostitutes that they have in Abuja that they sleep with, they come to the communities pretending that they are more religious than you, but when they are in Abuja, they are the worst sinners. They do all the things that your religion prohibits. And for you tribalists that you come, that one will require 5 videos to take care of the type of tribalism that you will show. But at the end of the day, I understand that the Oga Patapata of JAM is Yoruba man. The Oga Patapata of NYC is Yoruba man. The Oga Patapata of ITF is Yoruba man. You don't rule a country this way. And then all of a sudden, you are saying that we should support Tinubu because his presidency has come to the south. Oh, when presidency comes to the south is when it is with the Yoruba man. Well done. Clap for yourself. When Jonathan was president, you didn't bring this southern mentality. Oh. You didn't bring this southern mentality. You fought against him because you were not involved. You see, it's very important that you understand that on this channel, we don't do tribalism. You may think my analysis is buoyed by tribalism, but the truth is that it's not. I'm just trying to state facts that are obvious and that needs to be changed. Facts that I hope that will capture your reasoning and say that, this man is saying the truth. I am not forcing you to like Peter Obi. I am begging you to align your thoughts with somebody that can change this country. Now, that person can be a Fulani man, Yoruba man, Fulani man, Igbo man, Urobo man, Jarawa man, Biro man, Anaguta, anything. I don't care. But if you say, because somebody is a criminal, but hey, he's my tribesman, I have no choice than to support him. It's terrible. For me, it's terrible. I hope we will come to a point where we can devoid ourselves of this tribalism. Besides, why I am all for Peter Obi is because a Peter Obi's presidency will take us closer to a state of national unity and, more importantly, a state of national integration. My name.
It gets some kind talk when Peter Obi dey talk, when go make other politicians not like her for this life. It gets some kind talk when they talk, and there are 9 parts. So when they talk all these things, they put facts and figures. Do you know that Peter Obi was in an interview with Dele Momodu? He explained how useless Africa be. When he explained how useless Africa be, finish. He come propose say, "May Africa they behave like China. Any politician will thief money, may they pay the person." How you go talk that kind of thing? You expect Yaya Bello to be happy with you? Let me show you this video.
Follow critical investment in critical areas of development. First, invest in education. Invest in health and productivity.
Okay.
If you do that, Africa today, in terms of land area, is the second biggest continent.
In the world.
Have the biggest youthful population. Only out of 1.5 billion African population, as you know, about 1 billion old youthful population in their productive age.
That's 60%.
Africa remains the only continent with over 60% of its arable land uncultivated.
Can you imagine?
So how can you talk about hunger? You can't talk about hunger. And I've used certain examples. India. Africa is about 30.5 million square kilometers.
Okay.
India is about 3,000 plus.
Okay.
Which means Africa is 10 times India's size.
Okay.
India produces nearly 150 million tons of rice.
We should be producing 1.5 billion.
Africa as a whole produces about 25 to 6,000. So India produces 6 times
more than us.
the amount of rice Africa produces. What if was even one that will show clearly that Africa is unproductive? Is that Bangladesh?
You like Bangladesh?
48,000 square kilometers plus.
Okay.
Which is less than 1%. It's about 0.05% of Africa's size.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, but they produce twice the amount of rice that Africa produces.
Can you imagine that?
You find out that it's not going to work. There's no way. There's no way. Even in Nigeria alone, 60% of arable land is uncultivated.
60%.
We have 923,000 square kilometers of land. Bangladesh is 148 plus. So Bangladesh is 1/6
of Nigeria.
Of Nigeria's size. Yet Nigeria does not produce 10% of the amount of rice Bangladesh produces.
Only Bangladesh produces more than Africa.
And it's there. It's not something that is rocket science. It's there for everybody to see. So you can go on and find out that Africa has no reason to be hungry. All we need to do is to do the right thing. All these things are being affected by corruption. Because people no longer find value in hard work,
at all,
in productivity, in entrepreneurship. You started your own business. You are working hard to earn a living. Today, people who have no daytime job live better than you live.
Yes.
People who have no office
live better than you.
Live like stars. So it is a crisis. So we must deal with the issue of corruption aggressively. Maybe what the Chinese people are doing.
Make
sure that the amount you steal is death sentence. The amount you steal is life imprisonment. The amount you steal It's not less than 10 years imprisonment.
They go fight
So
this
when you
time.
deal with it strictly, and you start investing in critical area development, which you can achieve organically by ensuring that those who will elect, one, are competent, two, have the capacity. Because you can be competent, but you have passed the age where you have the capacity
Yeah.
to work. You must have the capacity to be able
To do the work.
to move around and do the right thing. Three, have the compassion.
You must have humanity in your heart.
And leadership without compassion is not a leadership. A leader must be somebody who feels that, listen, we have to do things to the people. Citizens-led leadership.
Yeah.
You must go 24 hours be thinking about the people. Anything short of that, you will see that. Everything comes with character, with this and everything. So it's a critical thing we must do. But thank you for initiating the lecture.
I mean, we all seem powerless, but we're not too powerless.
At all.
We can make our own individual contributions. At least in the future, our children will not ask us,
What did you do?
You keep complaining, but you did nothing about it. So, but it seems that they are trying to encourage all of us not to bother. It's just to say, don't even talk.
Talk.
Don't even say anything. And because your friend is in power, then you should stop talking. So
Your brother is the president.
Criticize are your enemies. So, and for me, criticism is an advice. I don't see criticism as an attack.
No.
It's an advice.
Okay.
You know, if Tinubu is my friend, then why can't I advise him? Even Buhari that we said he was a soldier. When I wrote the memos against him, he invited me.
We had more freedom of speech, don't worry.
And I went there, I didn't go there with a CV. I didn't say I needed a job. I told him, I said, all presidents before you, I advised them. I appointed myself special advisor with that portfolio free of charge. And I gave a compilation of what I wrote to other presidents. And he even asked me to autograph. I signed for him. That's a soldier. Then we now have civilians
And we can't talk.
who says we can't talk. So what do we do?
And everybody's keeping quiet.
Everybody is, what do we do?
No, Pio, everybody's not keeping quiet too. Some of us are talking. It's just that we're talking based on the capacity we have. You understand? Now the capacity we get, now we go to do. Meanwhile, now you are proposing that they should buy anybody that steal money. So the way Okowa they are like, you know, like her. Now, not to say it's evil, but I'm just saying at least they have questions to answer the FCC. You understand? So the way the wicked they are life now, you are not happy. You don't like the way some of these people are like. You don't want to be there quiet. Not to say they're not safe, you understand? But if the FCC decide to look, we might find out that one or two is missing. So you want them to be running for their life. Or they did not be lying now. They're not going to see UST. People like the article now, they'll call the guy hypertension. Abi? Now this team they don't like you. And if you continue like this, they will not like you. But come to think of it, why is Bangladesh producing more rice than Africa? And we have land, we have the workforce. Is that not laziness on our part? When we say we are lazy, they will say we are not lazy. We are lazy mentally and physically. Why is India, that is just 1/10 of Africa, producing more than times 20 of our rice? Even as Ukraine they fight, so they still give Nigeria rice. Ukraine. And then our politicians are paid higher than their politicians. Why? Why is our politicians paid higher than their politicians? That minus what they thief, the one they pay them legally. The day we all decide to remove these wicked and useless, incompetent people from power, that is the day that Nigeria will start. But for now, we are still doing tribalism. We are still doing it's my guy, it's my brother. We know if we talk now, our person. The day we will ready and say enough is enough, we want a country that works. When all of us will get up, we don't even need to go violent. Did you see the last election, the presidential election in Lagos? Our vote not the count, our vote not the count. Yet Tinubu lost Lagos. That result they bring up, and I think that the real result be that. Or do you think that was not doctored? But from the slashing, the minusing, the addition, the subtraction, everything is still lost. That is because the way people got up in Lagos, it was impossible to rig. If we get up, it go be impossible to rig. When you see people telling you that Tinubu will still win the next election, it's not because we believe that Tinubu is one alpha and omega. It's because we are looking at the youths and they are not ready yet. The day the youths stand up and they are ready, we tried to stand in the last election, but the way Lagos gets up that last election, imagine saying that every other state get up. You say that for few Reagan, Plateau stood up, Edo State stood up, Delta State stood up, but just a handful of us stood up. The rest people, they not get up like that. The next election is almost here. If we get up and decide to take our country back, we'll take it back from that ballot box when I see so. That ballot box when I see. You get where we go get up.